This Saturday morning was supposed to be quiet. Instead, I found an HOA Karen, 40 strangers, and a full barbecue happening on my private marina. When I sealed the gate and told them to leave, she absolutely lost it, screaming that my land was common property. She had no idea what was coming next. Saturday mornings on my marina usually sound like peace. A soft breeze, quiet water, maybe a bird arguing with itself in the trees. But that morning, it sounded like someone had imported a festival and dropped it right on my dock. Music, shouting, laughter, all of it way too loud, way too early, and coming from exactly one place it should never be, my waterfront. I rolled out of bed, rubbed my eyes, and went straight to the window that overlooks the dock my grandfather built board by board. What I saw made my stomach hit the floor. 30, maybe 40 strangers had taken over my marina like it was a public beach. Coolers everywhere. A giant grill smoking like a chimney. Kids sprinting across the dock. Adults sprawled out in camping chairs. Someone even brought a karaoke machine. And at the center of it all, wearing her signature fire engine red blazer and holding a microphone like she owned the world, was Patricia Holbrook, the HOA president everyone calls Karen behind her back, and sometimes to her face. Then I saw it. My private property sign, ripped down, lying crooked in the dirt. That's when the anger hit. This wasn't an accident. This was an invasion. I threw on jeans, grabbed my phone, and marched down to the marina. With each step, the scene got worse. This wasn't a casual gathering. This was a planned HOA event. Banners, tables, food trays, even a printed schedule taped to a cooler. People began noticing me. Conversations died. A few guests shifted uncomfortably, like they suddenly realized they were somewhere they shouldn't be. Then Karen turned around. Her smile widened in a way that wasn't friendly. It was the smile a person gives right before they gaslight you on purpose. "Oh, Cole," she said way too loudly, projecting to her entire audience. "Glad you finally made it. We're celebrating community spirit today. Perfect morning, isn't it?" I kept my voice calm. "Patricia, this is private property. I'm going to need everyone to leave." She laughed. Not a polite laugh, the kind designed to humiliate someone publicly. "Oh honey, no," she cooed. "This is HOA common property. It's listed in the handbook. Check page 12 if you're confused." People nodded. Some even looked at me with pity, like I was the one having a mental breakdown. Patricia stepped closer. "Don't make this difficult. Your grandfather shared this space. You should too." The audacity stunned me. I didn't argue. I didn't debate. I simply walked to the marina gate, pulled out the brass key my grandfather gave me before he died, and locked the gate with a firm metallic click. The entire crowd went silent. Patricia's smile cracked like glass under pressure. "What do you think you're doing?" she hissed. "Ending an unauthorized event," I said. "This is private land, and the gate stays sealed until everyone leaves." Her jaw dropped. "You can't do that. This is community property." "It isn't," I repeated. "And the police can confirm if you like." People exchanged looks. Some started packing. Others argued quietly. Patricia looked like steam might shoot out of her ears. This was the moment she realized I wasn't bluffing, and she hated it. I walked onto the dock and addressed the group. "Everyone," I said, projecting my voice, "I'm asking you to leave the property. This is not an HOA event. You were invited under false information." Some guests immediately stood. Others looked at Karen for permission, unsure what to do. A teenage girl tugged her mom's arm. "Mom, this isn't our place. We should go." But Karen couldn't let go. She turned to the crowd and raised her microphone again. "Neighbors," she yelled, "this is exactly why we need community control of the marina. He's trying to bully us off land we all share." A few people clapped. Most didn't. I began filming everyone, the grill, the setup, the removed sign, the crowd size, documenting everything. Patricia's face twisted into outrage. "You can't film us." "I'm documenting trespassing," I said. Half the group started shuffling out. The other half reluctantly followed, grumbling. Karen was the last one standing. This isn't over, she spat. You're attacking community values. I just locked the gate behind her and walked away. Inside my house, I pulled out the documents I never thought I'd need. The 1985 deed, the county map, the grandfather agreement, and the Marina's separate tax ID. The Marina wasn't just private. It was separate property, bought long before the HOA existed. My grandfather used to joke about it over coffee. HOAs are like raccoons, Cole. Cute from far away, but they'll steal your food if you let them. He'd pressed a brass key into my hand in the hospital during our last conversation. This key is proof, he said. Don't let anyone take what we built. Back then, I thought he was being dramatic. Now, he was warning me. Texas law was clear. HOAs cannot claim land they don't own. Not through tradition. Not through community use. Not through screaming with a microphone. Patricia had lied. Boldly. Publicly. Confident everyone would believe her. But facts don't care about HOA fantasies. I printed out copies of everything, ready for whatever came next. And after what happened later, good thing I did. Because this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was the beginning of a war. When I went back outside to check on the Marina, Patricia was still there pacing like a wild animal. The moment she saw me, she charged over. You embarrassed me in front of the entire neighborhood, she shrieked. You embarrassed yourself, I replied. She jabbed a finger at my chest. This Marina is common property. People have used it for years. That makes it ours. Using it without permission makes it trespassing, I said. Wrong answer. She exploded, screaming about tradition, the community, and destroying your grandfather's legacy, playing victim like she'd practiced in a mirror. Then she delivered her favorite line. The HOA will deal with you. I almost laughed. She truly had no idea how badly she'd messed up. Earlier, I'd called the non-emergency line. About an hour later, a police cruiser rolled up. Patricia sprinted toward the officer like she'd found her hero. Thank God you're here, she said dramatically. This man is restricting community access. The officer looked at her, then at me. I handed him the deed, the survey map, and my ID. He took his time, checked everything. Then he asked one simple question. Ma'am, do you have any documents showing the HOA owns this land? Patricia blinked hard. That's not how this works. Everyone knows it's common property. That's not evidence, the officer said. Then he turned to me. Sir, you're in the right. Anyone remaining on this dock is trespassing. Patricia choked on her breath. You're taking his side? Ma'am, I'm taking the side of the law. The officer asked her to leave. And for the first time all day, she did. Word spread fast. Some neighbors avoided eye contact for days. Others apologized quietly, embarrassed they believed Karen's story so easily. But Patricia, she doubled down. She posted on the community page, Cole Brennan is restricting a beloved community resource. He locked families out like criminals. The comments exploded. Some defended me. Most didn't because fear of the HOA is real. Then the fines began. A $500 unauthorized signage charge arrived in my mailbox, followed by a warning letter accusing me of creating division. Karen wasn't backing off. She was escalating. And if she wanted war, war is exactly what she was going to get. That night, I sat on the dock with the brass key in my hand, listening to the water hit the posts. I remembered my grandfather's words, protect what's yours, Cole. HOAs will always want more. He was right. Patricia had lied, manipulated, tried to turn the whole neighborhood against me, and somehow she still thought she could win. But what she didn't know was this. I had the truth. I had the law. And I had every piece of evidence to expose her. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning.